Hey, what's going on, Guardians? TBL here, and today we're just going to be taking a little bit of time to talk about something you guys have been asking me for the past couple of days, and that is the Festival of the Cost, October's little Halloween event for Destiny. And yeah, I understand the irony in calling it Festival of the Cost, or really I guess the truth in that, not so much the irony. Now, I originally wanted to make a video talking about this event, how I felt about it, how I felt about the microtransactions, and whether or not I thought it was a good event. A little while back, a couple days ago actually, after the festival itself went live. But then My Name is Bife made a vid, and I thought he perfectly encapsulated basically everything I felt about Festival of the Lost. So I just figured out, well, he's got it, he's right, don't need to make a video for it. But on a lot of the streams that I've been having since then, everybody's been asking me, hey TBL, what's your opinion on the festival? Was it better this year? Was it better last year? What could be improved upon? So I figured I'd take a little bit of time, maybe just a couple of minutes, and talk about this year's Festival of the Lost event, how it relates to the world of Destiny, and what I like and dislike about it. Now, for those of you, of course, who don't know, Festival of the Lost is a neat little event that takes place in Destiny. This is the second year we've had it, where they dress up the tower and all the social spaces, and you can go around and wear masks of all your favorite characters and enemies. As you can see here, I've got the Oryx mask on, which is super sexy with this suit. Now, this event, the main complaint against it is that it has been plagued with microtransactions. And there's certainly some truth to that. There's a lot of microtransactions in the Eververse trading stores. As a matter of fact, I'm going to head over here and show you guys everything you can buy in the Eververse trading company store. There's a lot of new masks, a lot of new emotes and whatnot. So what's the problem with this? Well, the fact that most of the content in this festival is locked behind these microtransactions. As you can see in the store, they've got the Treasures of the Lost. You can buy that. That gives you access to certain emotes, certain masks, certain other cool things like a sparrow, special variants of the ghost, that cool flaming wolf mask, and you know, for the most part, I guess most of that is fine. I've always said that when it comes to microtransactions, as long as it's cosmetic, I don't care. Cosmetic microtransactions can be in the game. That doesn't really bother me. But when it comes to an event like Festival, where last year you could get these masks basically by just playing the game, taking out enemies or other players, building up candy, and then trading that candy in for a random chance at a mask, a lot of those masks from last year that you could get from the normal Festival trade-in, a lot of those masks are now locked behind microtransactions. You can only get them from opening a Treasure of the Lost, which again is like that supply drop you can buy from the Eververse trading company. And I find that to be a little bit of an odd choice for Bungie. I just don't quite know why they would remove a lot of those masks from the normal drop pool. They really changed the way your sack of candy works. Now when you fill up a candy, rather than being able to turn that in for a random chance at a mask, you get a random chance at 3 items: a Jack-o'-lite, a Flight of Shadows, and a shader. The shader does look fantastic, by the way, but it's just really kind of weird. Now, on the positive note, a lot of the masks that were required from quests last year that you only had a random chance at getting, yeah, those are actually, you can trade for them with a full sack of candy at Ava Levante. But that's only like, what, 4 to 5 masks out of a ton that are in this game that are mostly locked behind microtransactions. That was a very questionable decision that I really don't agree with here. And the fact that they're locked behind Treasures of the Lost wouldn't be so much of a problem if you could continually get those Treasures of the Lost from quests. Now, last year with the festival, you got a bunch of different quests from a bunch of different NPCs, and completing those quests all gave you chances at big masks. They all gave you like the little supply drop treasure chests that you could open and get a chance at not only the normal mask you see here, but like the special skull mask or some of the special emotes. That's not the case this time around, and again, that's really curious. You only get a Treasure of the Lost for completing Ava's main quest, which first have you walk around the tower and talk to all the NPCs like you did last year, fill up your candy satchel, then go into Crucible and get 30 kills while wearing an engram mask, then complete public events wearing the tiger mask, and turn in engrams wearing the Cryptarch mask, fun stuff like that. And at the end of that quest line, you get a Treasure of the Lost. You get a single Treasure of the Lost, which is good. I feel like that's the way it should have been, and I feel like there should have been either more quests or that particular quest should have been repeatable. One of the biggest surprises this week or I guess last week, it's Sunday now. But one of the biggest surprises for me when the reset day came around, when Tuesday came around, was that the normal Festival of the Lost quest didn't reset. It didn't reset, so you can only do it once. You're only guaranteed one Treasure of the Lost. And the grand majority of the items, the rewards for this event, are locked behind microtransactions. And that's such a curious, odd choice for me. I just don't know why they would lock the majority of that content behind a microtransaction purchase. Now again, it's all cosmetic. It's all cosmetic, so it's not like it really makes an effect on the game. So I'm not going to complain about it too much. But when you have an event like this, an event that's meant to be fun, it's meant to be a goofy little cosmetic thing, the masks are the heart of the event. When you lock the masks largely behind a microtransaction purchase, it doesn't jive well with me. Now I'm not on the I'm not on the all hate the Bungie Festival of the Cost event. I've had fun with it. I thought the little quest line with Lord Saladin wearing his mask while you're out in the Plaguelands destroying the Fallen and reminding them who's the baddest mofo of all time. I thought that was really cool. That was really fun. And for that, of course, you get a great emblem. There's other surprises like hidden emblems and hidden shaders in Trials of Osiris, Normal Crucible, in the Heroic Strike playlist. All that's great. I love that. I want that sort of stuff to come back. But again, locking the main appeal of this, which is again wearing masks, having the spooky emotes, locking all of that behind microtransactions doesn't sit well with me. And I guess I really shouldn't even say emotes there. I don't mind having to buy the boo or the terrify emote. I'll spend a couple bucks on that. But the masks should have been a bigger part of the gameplay. They should have been just something you can continually get. Like maybe have Ava Levante rotate her stock of masks every single day. That probably would have been a good way to do it. So people who are playing this game, people who are playing this event, and who aren't spending money can still get a chance at getting all of the masks that are available. That's ultimately what I think it comes down to. Players who are just normally playing the event should have been able to get all of the masks just by playing. Purchasing them with the Eververse trading company should have just been a more expedient way to do it. But again, I feel like they all should have been available just via normal gameplay, and I really think that's a missed opportunity for Bungie there. They've been doing pretty good with Rise of Iron, but this event, it's going to kind of leave a bit of a sour taste in people's mouths, especially with Sparrow Racing League coming forward. We all know that event had its fair share of microtransactions last year, with that absolutely ridiculous $10 book that, yes, I bought anyway. I know I'm a huge part of the problem, and I should not have bought that book. It was absolutely not worth it. I spent $10 on that thing. And when I take a look at Festival of the Cost this year and look at it in relation to Sparrow Racing League, I'm worried. I hope they don't. I hope they don't lock a lot of the glamour items like the special sparrows and the shaders and the emblems and whatnot behind microtransaction in the Sparrow Racing League. I really hope that's not the case, because that would not be a great thing. But ultimately, I enjoyed the Festival of the Lost event. I have fun with this sort of silly event. I played through it, I got the quest lines done, and then I put it down and was done with it. But I will say, I have only bought one Treasure of the Lost, just with some leftover silver that I had from the start of the Rise of Iron. I got like the Oryx Mask and something else that I had already gotten, and I can't convince myself to spend a bunch more money on it. It just doesn't seem worth it, and it really doesn't feel like it's something you should have to do. The entire point again of this event is to play it with masks. So I do believe, I honestly, earnestly believe that those masks should have been available just via normal gameplay. After all, most of them were last year. Again, you could get most of the masks just by playing, continually filling up your sack with candy by taking out enemies, and then trading that in for a random chance at masks. And ultimately, I think that was a superior way to handle the Festival of the Lost event. I don't know, but that's just me. Hopefully Bungie learns a bit from this. They see some of the public outcry, some of the public suggestions, and they don't rely so heavily on microtransactions in the future. It feels like this event could have been a little bit something more. But alright guys, that's pretty much it for my thoughts on this. This went on a little bit longer than I thought I would, just kind of rambling in front of the microphone. Be sure to let me know what you guys think of the Festival of the Lost, or excuse me, the Festival of the Cost 2016. Did you enjoy the event, or were you looking for a little bit more from Bungie and a little bit less from the Eververse Trading Company? Be sure to let me know. But alright, it's going to be for this one guys. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, I am TheBlackLink. You Guardians stay frosty, and hopefully the next couple of events aren't quite so penny pinching.